is. Come on, Bubba. Come on, let's go. Let's go. There you go. He's like, Dad, we haven't been down this way in a long time. There we go. There's chaos. Bringing in the chaos. What's up, man, brother? Sorry about earlier, guys. It's just the wind. I wasn't used to it. I'm used to it now. Takes about a good hour for us Minnesotans to figure out, the wind coming straight from the north, hitting your face, and what to wear. I was totally unprepared. When I went into the facility, like I had said earlier, it was 85 degrees, and then I come out and it's in the teens. So if you want to fix the frozen comments in the live, you gotta click that message icon in the bottom left and switch between top comments and all. Okay, good to know. Thank you, Max. So how's the family? How's the wife doing? The kids doing? You guys doing good up there, Max? Bud, chill. Good, I'm glad to hear it. That's awesome. That is awesome. Jeez Louise. So my phone was off for, a month and a half or so, and I'm still getting messages. Just constantly, message after message after message. It's crazy. Even if you turn your phone off for a week, how many messages and YouTube videos and emails and stuff that you missed, very it's kind of nice though, knowing that there's people out there that care about you and ask about you. So it's nice to have a YouTube family. And yes, my channel consists of a lot of fishing, but it also consists of a lot of documenting Bud. Most of them are from me, she says. No, they're not. There goes another one, another email. Or no, that's a text. Jeez. We were really worried about you. I know. I could sense the dread and just the sense of urgency in your guys' messages. And I'm truly sorry about that. It's just these police officers slam you to the ground. I'm a big guy. I'm 6'6" and a half. 6'6", yeah, 6'6" and a half. And they had about 12 at 6 marshals. I don't know why they would send the marshals over a misdemeanor citation, but they came and wanted to get me, I guess, and they did. But they slammed me to the ground, and I had a knot on my head and a black eye on my right side. I'm pretty sure I had a concussion as well, but they don't care. The med unit, they looked at it and said, "Oh, you'll be fine." Usually when someone is concussed, they say, well, they monitor you for 24 hours. They don't want you to go to sleep because they're afraid if you do go to sleep that you might not wake up. So I really do appreciate you guys checking up on me, and I would do the same if, Cindy was missing, or Max, if you were gone for a couple of weeks and didn't tell anybody. I would definitely check up and do the same. So I really, really, from the bottom of my heart, I thank you guys, because it was a shitty situation, but God blessed me when I got out this morning. I appreciate that, Max, and I care about you and your family and your wife and the well-being of Cindy and Wilbur and Lady Strange and Pee Poo Poo even, I mean, it's a family, when you start a channel and you got it going for years and years, and you pick up kind of, it's kind of like a virtual bar. You pick up regulars, and if you don't see them for a while, or vice versa, it's kind of like, okay, what happened? There's a guy that I watch a lot on Facebook. He died. His name was Steve Bridges. I don't know if you guys seen any of his videos, but absolutely hilarious. And he passed away in his sleep, I believe October 10th or 16th, something like that. Very sad situation. I'm just glad to be home. I'm glad to be in my own quarters, so to speak. I'm glad. You guys should have seen his reaction when my wife let him out. I stayed up like on top of the hill and came around the corner. He saw me and went ballistic. Jumped in my arms. It was like that Celine Dion song. You're here. There's nothing to fear. I think that's the Titanic song. But it was like one of those moments. Like soldiers coming home. It was awesome. It just, you guys know how much Bud means to me. And that day, actually, yeah, he did. That day, so I walked up to the Walgreens to go get a prescription, and I let Bud out, of course. So that was good. But then they arrested me like 9:15, 9:20, something like that. So Bud, he's waiting on. I mean, when they put me in that Sally port is what they call it. Where you're waiting to see if the warrant is still active, or if they're going to cut you loose. I felt so bad for him because he had to wait until my wife. Why are we going backwards, Bud? I had to wait until my wife. Well, Bud had to wait until my wife got home in order to eat, to go to the bathroom again. So I felt so bad. So I'm in this cell just weeping and talking to God, and come to find out, he found a way out of the kennel, and he was laying on the couch like a good boy, just waiting for someone to come home. So that's just a testament of, I mean, I don't want to brag or anything, but I'm his bud, and he's my bud, literally and figuratively. And he popped out of his kennel. He knows how to do it with his paws. And he just went and laid on the couch. And I felt a sense of relief, but then, you know, the feelings came back of you know, it was like neglect, like I neglected my dog, and I never neglect Bud. He's one of my kids, so it was really heartbreaking. And then, you know, the kids, as far as my kids go, that's another one. And then the wife, the pinnacle of it all, she held strong for those 40 some days, and I don't know how she did it, but she did it. And I'm more than impressed. It's just a sucky situation. I missed out on the best fishing. I just got a bunch of pictures from Max of some beautiful northerns that he caught. He's a clever boy. Wasn't anything you could do. Yeah, nothing. I couldn't do anything. I was handcuffed. I still have, from 44 days ago, I still have cuff marks. That's how tight they were. They slammed me to the ground, cuffed me, and I still have cuff marks on both of my hands and bruises yet still. So they were pretty rough with me. And, you know, a lot of people in this country, in the United States, say, you know, there's white privilege and there's this and there's that. No, there's not. It's just, you're going to jail, or, you know, doesn't matter what color you are. Once you hit that jail, the state pays, and then get this, you have to pay $35 for room and board to be there. So they try to take that out of your state income taxes. How messed up is that? Come on, Bubba, let's go this way. We haven't been down this road in a while, literally. Thanks for holding on, guys, and thanks for the worriness. I didn't mean to worry anybody, but I just am humbled. Just knowing that there's people out there that care, other than, you know, my kin or my family. So thank you so much, guys. I really do appreciate that. It warms my heart, even though, you know, that statement is kind of corny, but it really does. Warms my heart and it warms my soul, knowing that there's people out there that do give a hoot about you and do care about you. And come on, bud, we got to go up the hill, not down it. Big weirdo. You guys see how different his coat is? He's no longer orange. He lost his summer coat. Same here, and even the ride to the station we pay. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you pay for it all. And it's weird because I'm a taxpayer, my wife's a taxpayer. Why do we have to pay? With our taxes, we already paid for that, but then they want, you know, double. And then really it's triple, because we paid taxes for that jail to still be in commission, correct? Then we pay to stay there, and then the state pays them for us being there. So it's a triple whammy. But yeah, today, you know, I'll talk about, on this walk, I talk about just, you know, the whole situation, and then tomorrow, clean slate. We'll go back to just having a good time, and it's stuff like that, because jail, you know, people glorify it, say, oh, you know, I did 90 days. A lot of that was going on in there. They were comparing times and how gangster everyone is. Listen, guys, I'm not a gangster. I'm a family man. I'm a dog lover, and I love people, and that was just a terrible situation, but it's over with, and now I get to talk to you, wonderful people, my friends. You know, it'd be really cool. No, nobody did. Like I said, I'm 6'6", so they put me in an 8X jumpsuit. It was green and white, so it was like a big candy cane. It's actually a onesie. They call it a jumpsuit, but it's really just an adult onesie without the flap, the butt flap, you know. And the biggest one I seen was a 4X. I was wearing an 8X. So I was towering over everybody in there. So nobody wanted any smoke, and that's a good thing, because I didn't want any more charges or have to deal with anything like that while in there. So that's a good thing. It's just the judicial, well, sometimes guys got to do that little man, that little man syndrome. Yes, actually there was a couple times where, you know, the smallest guy in there you go, Cindy, those are lines again, had a couple of little guys talk shit to me, and I just told them to move on, and they did. So the only thing really you could get in there, so we had tablets, so we could watch The Chosen. I don't know if you guys know what that is. Wow, really? Bug right in the mouth. I didn't even think there was bugs out still. So yeah, the county I was in, I got a tablet, and you could call your loved ones until a certain time. I think 11 o'clock, they cut it off, 11 p.m. And you could pay for movies, but what are you doing? And pay for songs. I didn't do any of that. Bud, come on. There might be a grate over there, and I don't want you to break your leg. All right, hold on, bud. Bud, wait. All right, here we go. So yeah, it was actually, it made the time go faster, because there's a movie that was on there for free. I watched it about 489 times, called Nefarious, where a gentleman is up for a death sentence, and a psychiatrist come in and see if he is deemed insane or sane. And if he is insane, then he keeps his life. If he's sane, then he goes on to the chair. Well, the guy ends up being a demon, and the psychiatrist is an atheist and doesn't believe in demons. So he kept on saying, prove it to me, and I don't know. It's a good movie. You guys should watch it. I think it's on Prime. It's called Nefarious, Nefarious. It's a pretty interesting movie. Man, that wind. At least it's warmer out. Hey Max, now that you hit your 3,000, have you gotten a check yet from YouTube at all? Or do you still have to meet more criteria? It's nothing. Actually, being a Christian, it is kind of scary. Just knowing that, possession is, I believe in possession, obviously, because that's what the devil does. So on that, it's not like gory or anything, but this man talks about, or demon talks about, the beginning of time and what they want to do to God's image, which is us. Humans were made in God's image. And he talks about his master being the devil. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. Check it out. You need to make $100 in a month from super chats and stuff before YouTube sends a check. Super chats? What a bunch of baloney. Jeez, the wind's so bad, my stogie keeps going out on me. Hold on, bud. Hold on, baby. Hold on. That is impressive, Max. Very impressive. But you absolutely killed it over the summer. I mean, just killed it. Because your lives last, 3, 4 hours, 5 hours sometimes. So, yeah, you killed it with those live watch hours. Oh, is there a puppy? Is he talking to you, bud? What is he saying? Is he saying, oh, there's a dog over there. I want to play with him. Is that what he said? Probably not, huh? He was probably talking some smack. Oh, that's a pretty dog. Oh. Oh, yeah. I've never seen a white golden retriever. Wait. A white golden retriever. Check out this house, Cindy. I think that's one of our favorites, isn't it? Look at how cool that is. I'd live there. Oh, Lady Strange, I was just talking about you. Thank you so much for checking on me. So basically today, just going through and telling everybody what happened. I was arrested at Walgreens while waiting for my prescription for a misdemeanor warrant. And for some reason they had marshals there. There was like 13 law enforcement people there, officers there to arrest me, I suppose because I'm so big, but they ended up throwing me on the ground. I had a black eye for 2 weeks, a big knot on my head, and I sat 41 days. So I missed all of October fishing, I missed Halloween, but I'm back. What was the warrant for? It was a citation misdemeanor warrant for a ticket that I never received. It went to an old address from years ago. So I fought it, and then they dropped it, and then they released me. But they want you in there as long as possible because you're a body and they get paid through the state, and then they charge you room and board, booking fee. I mean, the whole 9 yards. They want as much money as they possibly can. I'm in Dakota County. If you look up Dakota County, Minnesota, you will see that there's a $100 million lawsuit, and they just lost a $50 million lawsuit because of wrongful deaths. So logical thinking would be, let's get as many bodies in here as we can so we can recoup some of the money that we lost. That's what I think. But what do I know? Yeah, I was really worried about you. I kept checking your channel to see if you were around. Yes, yep, exactly, Max. Like a traffic ticket. So, uh, so I don't know. In the state of Minnesota, if you get a ticket and you pay it, which I don't know if that's what I did, I have no idea. But if you pay it, that means you're automatically guilty here. And I think that's pretty much nationwide. I'm not sure. But it was definitely some bullshit. Just wanted to keep me in there as long as possible. I was in there with a guy that was accused on the news. He killed his wife and his daughter, and sex offender, just the worst of the worst. And I felt so out of place because that's not where I go. Jail is not my thing. You know, a lot of people, there was actually a guy in there that refused to leave because he was homeless and wanted to eat and wanted to sleep. And he stayed there an extra week. This guy literally stayed in there an extra week, and they let him because they were getting paid from the state for his literal body being in a cell. Hey, Sir Sniffalot, what you sniffing on? Is there some dopey over there? That's crazy. Yeah, I was really worried about you. Yeah, it was absolutely nuts. And then they tried to 86 me out of that Walgreens. Because I got arrested in the Walgreens. And I'm restricted. That's the only Walgreens that I can get my meds from. So the officer, as I'm getting led out of the Walgreens, the officer said, "Do you want him trespassed?" And the lady, I don't know, manager or whatever, said yes. So I called up there and talked to a pharmacist, and I said, "Hey, listen, I'm restricted. It's within walking distance," and that's what. Thank God I didn't bring Bud. Bud would have been in the pound, and who knows where he would have been now. Yeah, it was just shitty. I wasn't able to make a phone call within like 48 hours, so my wife had no idea what happened to me. It's just like I vanished. So she was worried sick. It was just a fuckery. Wow, really? You're just gonna leave a hole like that wide open? Unreal. But yeah, that's what happened, and I'm happy. A lot of people take their freedom for granted, and it's a strange feeling when your freedom is taken. I'll say that. I mean, a very strange feeling. I didn't get any fresh air for 41 days, and when I walked out this morning, it was a little brisk out, but it was a very I'm searching for the word. I can't find it. It was exciting, but also I had anxiety. It was like all the above, all the emotions wrapped in one. Anybody know what time it is? By chance? What's wrong, baby? What's wrong? You want to keep going? Let's go this way. Come on. Come on, birdie boy. Good puppy. Bud, you're so handsome. You want to go help them bag their leaves? 12:40. 12:40. Lady, are you Mountain Time? I forget where you stay. I'm sorry. Are you Central? I can't remember. Oh, that's good news. Who is calling me? 12:40. Okay, thank you. What's up, bud? He's walking up the cars. Well, guys, we are coming up to the abode. Thanks for hopping on. Cindy says it's 8:41. Thanks for hopping on, and thanks for hearing me out. You as well, Max. Everybody take care. I will be going live tomorrow, probably around 11:30. I'm going to try to sleep in, but my body is used to getting up at 6:30, 5. So, not 6:35, but 5 o'clock, 6:30, somewhere in between there. So, but other than that, guys, I love you. Thank you so much again for prayers and just, checking in on me. That means a lot to me. I don't take you guys for granted at all. If anything, you guys keep my channel going. So I thank you for that. Everyone, stay safe. Lady Strange, that is awesome. I have been praying for you every single day and your husband. So I am glad to hear that the process is moving along. So that's awesome. Remember, guys, through every dark night, there's a bright day ahead of that. Everyone, stay free. Too soon? Love you guys. Peace.